Morning everybody, amprepairguy.com. There's my phone number, my website. So we have another Heathkit Sb220 here. I'm going to go through it, do all the mods, place the metering board, filter cap assembly, new Harbach kits, there's 6 suppressors, plate blocking cap, just do everything else that I normally do. Repair the back. I think I didn't have the screws in, back panel, so the floor shifted a bit with the transformer. So I'll go over everything I did once it's all completed, and I'll see you soon. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm back with the completed Sb220. Let's go over everything I did. New Harbach metering board, new Harbach filter cap kit board. I had to lengthen one of the transformer secondary leads, so I soldered a new piece of high voltage cable to it and used 3 layers of heat shrink to give me the proper insulation over the solder connection. I replaced the high voltage cable from the rectifier board to the metering board. Put a series glitch resistor in for the plate supply. Cleaned the input rotary switch. Tightened all the nuts on the meters. Zip tied everything. Changed the meter lamp bulbs. Inspected the air variables. Repaired the solder connection over here. I had a cold solder joint. A lot of times people won't get them hot enough, and when they put these things together and the solder joint fails, and you don't want that to happen. That's a big big no-no. You don't want to put an open on the output, basically, so it would cause the R voltage to skyrocket on the tube. So changed the parasitic suppressor resistors. I wound them with the proper gauge wire. Carbon comps are the best type of resistor. They have the least amount of inductance, so it's the best type of resistor you can use for a parasitic suppressor assembly. Fan is good. Actually, I'm looking for a source for these. Harbach does not have them, so if anyone has a source, if you could send me a message, I'd appreciate it. You can't just slap a box fan in here because you have to cool the bottom of the tube sockets also. That's why the fan dips down below the floor. So, clean the rotary switch, the output rotary switch with deoxygold, and that's about it. Oh, also put in 8 new screws for the rear grill here, vent grill. It had 4 wood type screws holding it in, so brand new screws with cap nuts, and a new screw here on the upper and lower for the back panel. It was missing the upper screws, as I showed in the first video. And I have a washer on this side, and cap nuts, always use the cap nuts. Cap nut up here too. So remove those clips. That's about it. And I'll show you the bottom. Yeah, real quick, I forgot to add that and change the plate blocker. I always take out the old red style, and I moved the strap over here. This guy had installed it over here, so it's all fresh, done the proper way, proper length. And now I'll show you the bottom. Okay everybody, here's the bottom. So one of the filament connections wasn't making a good connection on the old tube that was in here, so it had heated up. So I went in and cleaned it. It wasn't bad, but I went in and cleaned it with my Dremel with the wire brush tip. So that's good. Got a new set of tubes. The original tubes had a 1992 date code, and they were steel plate Chinese tubes, old tubes. So got a brand new set of Pentalab tubes from Pentalabs. Just awesome company, awesome people there, great people, and they're installed right now. So grounded the grids. Did the bias modification, cleaned the TR relay, deoxygold, the bias contact also deoxygold, changed the circuit breakers. One had been replaced. Whoever did it did a cruddy solder job. So brand new breakers, new wire, silver plated, stranded center conductor wire with Teflon dielectric, all soldered nice. Put the proper gauge wire for the 220 tapping here The wire was way too light in gauge before. Change the electrolytic cap for the rectified 90 volt winding. Check the SO239 connectors, they're good. So this thing is ready to rock and roll. Also, didn't mention before, but I had cleaned the input and output rotary switches with deoxygold. So if you need an amplifier repaired, please feel free to give me a call. amprepairguy.com, 203-892-4119. That's 203-892-4119. Take care.